Welcome, X-Tribers. Welcome to our Google Hangout. My name's Paul Devlin. I'm here in Colorado. We got a great hangout for you tonight. Unfortunately, our invited guest, Mr. William Fioretti, could not get in for technical reasons. So what I want to do is start out by just getting you guys ready for what we're going to do next week with Bill, because we're not going to be able to do it this week. Bill is on the scientific advisory board with Fusion. He is one of the world's leading scientists in terms of nutrition and formulation. He's a cellular microbiologist. He's got 40 patents in nutrition, $4 billion in sales from his formulations. He was formerly the CEO and the chief science officer of a company called Manatech, which was a large, publicly traded, very successful network marketing company. And that was in the late 80s through the mid 90s when Bill did that. And Fusion's got him as a part of their team. One of Bill's biggest areas of expertise is in sports nutrition and fitness. And so what we were going to have him talk about tonight was how to build your workouts around the Fusion product line. And so that would include the use of FlexTay, Vita, and PostSport. And so he's got a little PowerPoint presentation that he created, and he'll bring that for you guys next week on the next hangout that we do. So that's Bill Fioretti. That'll be happening next week. So make a note. Make sure you get your team on that call. So it's really powerful. I saw the PowerPoint, and I think it's going to have a big impact on people's workouts, because he talks about, how to prepare like 60 minutes before the workout, what product to take, how to do the workout, and then post-workout with PostSport, of course, and really, really potent information. I'll just tell you guys real quick. I've been inactive. I had an injury, so I've been inactive as far as cardiovascularly for probably 2 months, and went and did this vertical thing called the Manitou Incline in Colorado Springs. It's about maybe a mile long and 2,000 vertical feet. Man, when I got to the top of that thing, my legs were blown up. I figured I was going to have muscle soreness on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 9. And but immediately, so I hiked it back down. Immediately I had 2 post-sports like just after the workout. And it was barely sore the next day. I mean, it was a 1 or a 2. It was unbelievable how well that product worked to help with the muscle soreness after workout. So there's something that seems to really be working in that post-sport. So that's what Bill's going to talk about next week. So what I want to talk about is, obviously it's a big week for Fusion with Alumbra in Medellin, Colombia. Of course, there's going to be 12 to 15,000 people there. I'd keep your eye out on the X-Tribe Facebook group. And if you're not a member, by the way, of our Facebook group, get with your sponsorship line, your enroller, or if they don't know, their enroller, and make sure that they invite you to become a part of the Facebook group, because I know what's going to happen as people arrive there. They're going to be posting pictures. I saw some pictures of the arena that they're having this, which was the old bullfighting arena in downtown Medellin. And what an incredible facility where they're going to be having this. And they built the stage in the center of this arena. And it's this huge blue Fusion X. Incredible. So be watching this, because the whole event launches tomorrow, and you'll get to see little bits and pieces of what's going on at Alumbra. So very, very exciting. And we were talking with Eric Gamio, who was telling us as a group that the X-Tribe team is the fastest growing team in Fusion history. So pretty exciting. Great job, everybody. I mean, we are seeing incredible weekly growth, unbelievable growth. So it's just so exciting to be a part of something like that grows, because if you put your business in front of something that's in a growth mode and it's growing, it tends to grow everything right along with it. It's so much easier to grow when the company's growing, and that's the situation we're in, we'll have some weeks where we're growing 30% in a week. You know, I mean, there's companies in the United States that would kill to grow 30% in a year. So it's just so exciting, and we got so many great things going on. There's going to be some great new ranking advancements. We'll talk more about that next week after Alumbra. There's some really exciting ones that are going to hit. You know, of course, they close out tomorrow night, Wednesday night at midnight, and at the end of our hangout tonight, I'm going to have Cindy Lapp come on and talk a little bit about how to close the week strong. So stay tuned for that as we get through the hangout. Another thing I want to say is, as soon as you get started with Fusion, like if you're brand new and maybe your enrollment sponsor didn't tell you this, one of the first things you want to do is go to our team website and sign up to get the messages that are put out just for the X-Tribe group. And the way you do that is you go to xtribeonline.com, and you'll see a little box on the lower right that says Stay Connected. You just put your first name and email, boom, it'll send you an email to your inbox. Go to your inbox, click on the link there, and you'll be a part of the newsletter system for X-Tribe Online. The reason that's important is every week we do these hangouts, you'll get an email reminder. Even though this week I don't think it got sent, but most weeks it gets sent. And in addition, like when there's events, and I think they're going to be including in this in the near future where the leadership academies are. You know, they'll be broadcast emailing out to the team. So make sure that you do it, and everybody that you enroll in on your Fusion team goes to X-Tribe Online and fills out the information to be a part of that broadcast list. Okay, so one of the things that's just happened, it was sort of pre-launched at the launch, which was our new smartphone app for launching your Fusion business and for just accelerating the growth of your business all on your smartphone. An unbelievable app. I've never seen a tool like this in the industry. Now, when they launched it, that was May 15th. On Sunday, it wasn't quite ready, but Apple just approved this app. Then a couple days later, Android approved it. Now the app is available. And to get the app, you go to xtribecentral.com. So go to xtribecentral.com. The app is $37 a year, which I've never heard of such a thing. We're offering people now the most powerful app that I've ever seen in our profession. I mean, and I've looked at a lot of stuff in this industry for 30 years. Never seen an app like this. I've seen apps with 1/10 the functionality for $30 a month. This one is $37 a year. It's incredible. And you know, you thank Randy and the X-Tribe leadership group for that, because you know their vision about these kinds of things is where we want to make commissions is on the movement of products. It's not on the tools and you know the side parts of the business. We're going to focus on driving the product volume to earn commissions. And I love that philosophy. Randy's had that philosophy ever since I've known him, you know, for 20 years. He's always talked about that. I love that. So if you don't have the app yet, you know, go to xtribecentral.com. You'll pay $37 for the year. Download it to your phone, and now you've got this business. You can literally run your entire Fusion organization right from your smartphone. Incredible. Now, to talk about that, technologies have actually been working with John Presky as the thing is just rolled out. You know, there's always little things and challenges that come out when these things get launched. I want to introduce Gold member, but also just first week of Platinum, Mr. Ben Mueller from Denver, Colorado. So Ben's going to talk a little bit about the use of this app, the things that he's seen that works, and then what we'd love for you guys to do, if you have questions, is go ahead and start. You can, in your chat window, you can type the questions. There's a little bit of a delay, but when Ben gets done kind of giving an overview, maybe you can get some of your questions. Ben, take it away, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks. Yeah, like Paul said, make sure that if you've got any questions, I'll try and answer them, put them on the chat box, and after I'm done talking, I'll take a look at that. But I just wanted to kind of go through some points here. First and foremost, if anyone is experiencing any kind of issues, okay, we need to get them reported so we can get them fixed. And if you go under, I'm going to hold up my app and hopefully you guys could see it. If you go under the top left-hand corner, this menu pops down and there's a contact button right there. That's not it. Sorry, my little girl made a... But if you go under contact, it's got the email address for MemberTech. And you could contact them there. So if you've got any type of bugs that you see, help us all out by reporting it. Now make sure that it's a bug, okay? Make sure you didn't hit a wrong button so we're not, you know, overloading these guys with questions that were user error. But just let's get that stuff corrected. So first thing I want to talk about, and this is where people are getting kind of hung up, under profile. So on the top left-hand corner, you click on profile, and that is where you're going to set your website address, okay? There's a lot of people, I don't know if you guys can see this, but where it says website, there's a lot of people that are putting, you know, www.soyfusion.net / whatever your URL is, right? All we want in there is after that slash. So mine's soyfusion.net / the balance you need. I'm just putting the balance you need in that website URL. And if you do that, then your lead-in pages are going to go to the correct website. If you don't do that, it's going to error out. So make sure you go in and check that, okay? Number 2, I want to talk about the trainings. Again, top left-hand corner, there's a training section. Right now, we've only got one video in there. But I talked to Randy this last week, and I know he's going crazy with Columbia and all that stuff, but there's a lot of training videos in the back end of xtribeonline.com under trainings. All of those trainings are going to get moved here, okay, and we'll continue to build off. There's a lot of good stuff back there. There's, you know, power inviting, follow-up. Shai does a great one on a candidate list, how to build long distance, and we'll keep building that out. But it's nice that we got the trainings right here. Right? A person could be sitting in the airport and they could be watching their trainings, right, when they're just getting started. Also, what's going to go on back there, and I've been talking to John Presky about this, a lot of this stuff is user-friendly, okay? But it still would be nice to have some training, like a video training, that shows you exactly how to work everything. And John is working on that. He's already got it filmed, and they're just doing some edits. So hopefully that's going to pop in our training section in the next couple days, which will be very cool. I also talked to him about, you know, we're kind of at the bare bones of this app, right? We're just getting started. We've got our base foundation in there. We've got our base foundation videos. We've got the pre-written scripts already. And what I've said, you know, to Randy is, hey, I'd like to be able to say my own words on here. I don't want to use maybe, you know, the app message on there. Well, as Randy would say it, he came back to me and said, Ben, think about duplication, okay? And these messages have been statistically tried and proven in terms of network marketing over years. They've actually done statistical analysis on what the best messages are, and that's what's in our phone. But as time goes on, I believe we're going to have the ability to do our own message on there. You can actually do it now. If you're doing text, you can go in and change the text. But John talked about other things that are going to be coming down the pike here. And one is that they're looking at incorporating a lead section into the app where we can actually purchase leads that are double qualified, meaning that the person has to jump through 2 hoops to actually say, I'm interested in some kind of opportunity, and those are high quality leads. So that might be possible here down the line where we actually get a lead section in here for people that want to go out there and venture out into the cold market and that kind of stuff. So just know, I guess the main point I'm making here is we're just at the beginning of this app, and more videos will be added, more functionality, you know, and so I just wanted to convey that to you guys because John, I know John's working hard on it, Randy's working hard on it, they're working hard with corporate together because there's things that we can do together, right? Imagine, you know, that we just get a brand new promotion. I'm just coming up with off the top of my head, but imagine a brand new promotion coming out from Fusion, and it automatically downloads to our app that we could send out. I mean, so we've got to get on the same page with corporate and all these different areas. So it's going to take time. So as Randy talks about, this is the no whine zone. If you're a leader, do what you can to, you know, control what you can. Whatever you can't figure out, get it over to Member Tech Services. Um, let's see here. Oh, the alert section. So when you first sign up for this app, you need to identify who your upline is. Okay? You need to ask your upline what their user ID is for the app. And if you go under the section where it says three-way call, okay, this is where you can add a helper. It says add new helper up here. I click that, I put in my upline's user ID, and it will send them a message, and they need to accept it. When they accept it, now they are part of my helper group, where if I need a three-way call, I can reach out to them. And on that same three-way call button, that's where I can, if you could see this, I think I've got Randy and Penny in there so far. If I hit request call, it's going to send them a message. Okay? Let's see what else I can cover in this. Again, we've got, under present here. Am I taking too long, Paul? Am I good? If I go under present right here, these two videos, okay, good. These two videos are the ones that are connected to landing pages. A landing page means when you send them this message, they're going to have the video on a website page, whether they're visiting it from a computer or their mobile phone. Okay, they're going to end up on a website page with the video in the middle, and there's going to be a button. There's a button right now that they can click, but it's going to say "Tell me more" here. And the next day, I've got a message into John to get that. But when they click "Tell me more," that's when it brings them to your replicating website. So know that under present, right here, this bottom middle one, I clicked that. The top one is the Vita Energy deal, the Vita Energy video, and this one is the business video, the Take Your Life Back. Okay? Let's see. Let's say that let's say I want to send somebody a message about the weight management products. Here are all your different product sections. If I click on weight management, all the videos for the weight management products are in here, and I'm just hitting share, and that's where I can either put in the person's phone number that I'm talking to right now, or I can grab it from my address book in my phone. Okay, so there's all the product ones, and again, we've got the business one under present, and then under the library, there's a couple, like there's the compensation plan. Let's say somebody wants to know more about the comp plan there. We've got the evolution plan with Randy. I've actually, Penny and I were talking today about, that 6-minute video that Randy does is really good. And so we want to populate a couple more videos in here. I don't know if, Randy's all on board for that, but the more that we could put in here, now we don't want to overpopulate this thing, but just making sure that we have a good selection of videos. Again, the events section, this is where you can actually create events, and you can invite people to those events, right? And that will get expanded, I'm sure, as time goes on. But guys, we're at the beginning of this thing, and if we work together as a team to, when you have ideas, guys, maybe don't go directly to Randy with it. Maybe talk to your upline, and maybe we can compile these things. I mean, we don't want Randy getting nailed with all these, hey, we need this, we need that. He's the expert here, right? He's the one that's put these duplicatable systems together. But if you've got ideas, you've got bugs, make sure we're getting notified about that. And, just talk with your upline. Now, let me see if there's any questions that are going on here. I'm not seeing anything so far. So I guess I'll leave it with that. I hope that was helpful for you guys. And I'll just pass it back over to Paul or Cindy, whoever's next. Thank you.
Hey, Ben. Thanks a lot. So, Ben, I want to ask you a question. So, David, if you could kind of go back and forth just a little bit on this. When you say get your sponsor's user ID, what is that? Is that the suffix of their Fusion website? Is it their Xtribe Central login? So what is it, Ben?
Yeah, so they weren't able to integrate it with corporate's username. So our username that we have for our sign-on for our back office in Fusion, it's not that one. It's when you signed up, when you go to xtribecentral.com and you put in a username, it asks you for a username when you're signing up for the app and a password. That's the username we're talking about. That is the one that you need to put under three-way call. That's That's who your upline is going to be registered under, is their user ID for the app specifically. It's not your Fusion ID. Okay, it's your user ID from when you signed up through the subscription.
Okay. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that, guys. This is an incredible app. So I really encourage you, if you especially if you want something that's more convenient, that you can operate right out of the palm of your hand, go for it. xtribecentral.com. And
I did have a couple questions.
A lot of great duplication that happens. Oh, you got some?
Yeah, let me just quickly go over it. Karen said, will it eventually have a connection to our replicating sites with every video that we could share, or just the ones under present? Yeah, that's something that they're working on, is getting everything, all the videos connected, okay, to the replicating website. Should I buy the system even I don't have a phone to use it on yet? I would say the whole purpose of having it is to be able to use your phone and be connected to your business at any point in time. I don't know if there's really a web version for this. I have not heard that yet, but I would say if you don't have a phone, unless, you can put apps on your computer. I mean, with Windows 8 point whatever, you could put apps on your computer, and I'm sure with the iPhone too, or the Apple computer too, the Mac, you can have apps on there. So maybe it would be. Let's talk about that. Maybe shoot me a message on Facebook about that, okay? That was it, Paul.
Okay. So David, back to me here real quick. And Cindy, thanks for that. What Cindy was pointing out while Ben was talking is the idea that they're going to go up in price a little bit at some point. This is a promotional offer. So when I said, it's $37 a year, that's a promotional offer. But when they go up, what I've heard the number at $7 a month or $8 a month was the figure that I heard that they were going to go to. Extremely reasonable for this kind of technology. So the point is, at some point in the near future, they're going to raise it to that price. This is the promotional, and so it could happen at any time. But for now, it's $37 a year. I jump in there and grab it. So what is that? That's like $3 a month. So all right, great. Thanks, Ben. All right, what I want to do before I sort of turn the call over to Cindy is just talk a little bit about getting started. When you're enrolling someone, what should they be focused on right away? What's the beginning of the business? And obviously, the first thing in the Fusion compensation plan, the very first thing that the computer looks at for you as a new member is, are you EF qualified? Or I'm sorry, EF active, excuse me. EF active. What that means is you have a product order yourself. And that's how your business starts. And what I talk to people about when I'm getting them started in the business, and they tell me their goal is, you always want to find out when someone's starting. Ask them that question: what's your objective? How much money would you like to be making from? I mean, they're doing this as a business, so what's the financial objective? You wouldn't start any business without some sense of what you'd want to earn, right? And so if they tell me any kind of significant number at all, even $200 or $300 a week in the business, what I'm going to say to them is, here's the way I would look at this. Set yourself up on the auto ship program. Get yourself the products mix that you like. Set it and forget it. Now, one of the things about Fusion is they don't require an auto ship, from day one, which I love. But that's also for people that are kind of dibbling their toes in the water, checking it out. They're not committed to actually generating an income. But I mean, if you've come in and you said, I'm going to generate an income with this. I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to decide to do this. Look at this. Give yourself 6 months of commitment to auto ship, being active every Fusion cycle, which is 2 weeks. So you put an order in, it activates you every 2 weeks. You can put a 120-point order in, and it'll activate you. You can push 60 points forward. A little box will pop up. That'll activate you for a month at a time. So 60 points every 2 weeks. But there's just something about that I think when you're starting something like this, that you want to commit yourself to being active. And of course, you want everything that you do is going to tend to duplicate into your organization. So if you're starting and stopping, you're on the products, you're off the products, you're taking them this week, you're not taking them next week, that's probably going to be reflected somehow on your team. So the first thing when you're a member is to get EF active and get started on the products and make a commitment. And one of the things that happens in a business like this, folks, is people go from sort of they hear something like this, something this exciting that's launching, and they kind of go from sort of the process of evaluating and deciding that they want to do it to fully decided to do it. And I find people in the profession, they're in kind of one of two places. They're either still kind of in the process of deciding, or they're fully decided. When people are fully decided, they're in, they're committed, they're building, that's when others follow. When they're dibbling their toes in the water, they're on and off the product line, they're blah, 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 they're in the process of deciding, it translates somehow. It comes out of your pores. I don't know. It comes out of the way you speak. And the people, you're hesitant. You're not on the products. You're not in the business, fully committed. So it comes across. The prospect feels it somehow, and they're like, yeah, I'll wait. Oh yeah, or maybe let me have a few of those samples. It will follow you. And so we just want to make that point tonight to you that if you're committed to building a passive residual income and building an organization of customers and members with Fusion, do whatever you've got to do to become fully decided, and then jump in and go for it. And that's when you'll find people will follow, because they know you're going forward. All right. So what I'd like to do now is turn it over to our resident flamethrower from Brighton, Colorado. And Miss Cindy Lapp is going to her this evening. Cindy, take it away, my friend.
Thanks so much, Paul. And I just love Tuesday and Wednesday nights in our business, right? Because the webcast happens, and then people really seem to get, oh my gosh, our weekend's tomorrow night, right? And so even though, in my organization it seems to be, fairly consistent throughout the week, it seems to be a mad rush Wednesday nights. I mean, that's just kind of human nature. So I'm here just to encourage you to really look in your back office and go to your enrollment lines. That is an amazing tool, and I know that Ann's talked about it on past webcasts, but it is really amazing. I checked mine earlier this afternoon, and I've got a couple people that are literally like 10 points away from their next rank. And so, so I want to make sure that they know that, because maybe they've, haven't checked it in a while, and it ties in perfectly with this app, right? Like, it would be so, you could send, a few texts in just the next hour, and, might be someone would like to try the off, or they want to try the Vita Energea, and boom, all of a sudden, people have 10 points, or presumably more than that. But my point is that it's going to excel my people to the next rank. So that's just an awesome tool. If you're not familiar with it, I just suggest that you go in there, you click on the plus sign, and your whole team will drop down. And then wherever there's a plus, just keep clicking on that, and it's amazing. You kind of get into the depths of your team, and you can reach out to those people and see, let them know that they're so close. Or maybe they're not so close, but if they got into action tonight and they have all day tomorrow into tomorrow night to make that next rank happen. And what I love about our comp plan, Paul, is that this really is a team effort, right? And you've said it before, that the tide raises all ships, right? And you already alluded to it, that there's going to be some huge rank advancements this coming up this Wednesday night. We'll learn about them as the end of the week starts to happen, and next week. And so when we actually help someone achieve the next rank, it could be affecting multiple levels up. And so I love that about this plan that we have, is that we can all come together and actually have that water raise all boats. So there's going to be a flurry of activity because there always is on Tuesday nights. I usually don't go to bed before midnight Tuesday or Wednesday night, and I love the excitement of that. So I just encourage you to really check into that back office and get clear and be in communication with your team members, or or if you're just your own team, if it's just you right now, if you're not sure, call your sponsor and say, what do I need to do to get to that executive rank? What do I need to do between tonight and tomorrow night? Because this is a big week for Fusion, and in so many ways. And I'm just so with our USA counterparts that are at Alumbra this week, and they're going to be so acknowledged. And we're all a part of being that fastest growing team in the history of Fusion. So we all get to own that and participate in that. So just go for it, you guys. Don't hold back. Have fun with it. And we'll see the rank advancements pop up on the Facebook pages, and just, good luck to you all. So with that, Paul, I think we'll end the call unless you have something else to finish with.
Nope. Good night, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.